7 days of champion training have now come to an end. Let's talk about the damage done to my account. Did I have to sell my soul? Were content creator perks carrying me to victory inside my champion training tournament? What was it? Let's jump into the numbers, guys, and I look forward to the next one, oddly enough. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. So today we have the finishing up of the champion training event. Hopefully you all got exactly what you expected. Hopefully if you pushed to win, hopefully you got your champion, whoever you're going for. And if you stopped pushing early, hopefully you saved your resources. Now, what I want to talk about today is I've done a few numbers, got my good old Excel sheet. We've upgraded from the notepad. Though I have the notepad over here, I'm not going to show it because we actually got a better layout today. I actually laid it out before the video, but 144, 344, so a decent amount of points, nothing crazy compared to the global leaderboards. Everything else, not very crazy. Now, one thing I want to talk about is my bracket, okay? So my strategy that I used at the start of this tournament was basically push as absolutely hard as I could for the first day and then basically coast. Now, that strategy definitely is very good. However, I'm not going to fool myself into thinking my strategy worked and that's why I won, because I logged literally everything I did throughout my videos. So that strategy works if you make the opponent think you have a lot of resources to spend. But when you go on YouTube and you say, hey, I basically used all my resources, I don't really have anything else to spend, the strategy doesn't work. So basically what I'm trying to say is that my bracket and brackets in general are very RNG. My bracket, I honestly believe nobody in this bracket could have competed with these points, period. Like, even if I would have pushed it very slowly, I don't think anybody here would have been able to put up this number of points. Whereas in other brackets, people are putting up, or two whales are going head to head, 3 whales are going head to head, or whatever it may be, they're putting up a lot of points. So when it comes to shards versus your brackets, obviously the bracket is probably in your favor of actually winning, but shards are very highly RNG as well, and who you get matched up against is very high RNG also. So I want to get into the overall event, but one thing I want to mention before we get into the numbers behind this stuff is I don't believe this event was as whale heavy and only a whales event is what some people are making it out to be. Now, can you do it 100% free to play? Yeah, you could, but it's going to be a lot more difficult. Would you be able to spend maybe $50 and get away with it? Yeah, sure. I know actually a few people on this list who spent that much money or even less and did very, very well. Some of them won, some of them came in second place, but a very close match, but they've got away with a little bit of money spent toward this event, which is definitely not whale status. I think a lot of people are looking at this event and thinking, oh, people spent $500, people spent thousands of dollars on this Krisk event, which yeah, of course, some people probably did, but the majority of players in this event, I don't think are spending those crazy amounts of money that a lot of people may be assuming they did when they're looking at from maybe a Royal Guard bracket with like 20, 30,000 points, and they're seeing these numbers way up here at 500,000 points, okay? Now, Denmir, he may have spent thousands of dollars, I don't know, but he's also a massive whale and known to be a massive whale. But the people down here, they're not spending, I guess, exponentially more money than what somebody who only got 30,000 points are. The levels of the accounts are very, very different. So I want to back out of this. I want to show you guys the Excel sheet, what I've ran, the numbers that I did, and we'll just talk about these numbers, okay? I like running these numbers. So yeah, let's share some of this info. So the predicted information or the predicted numbers that I had, which was a few videos ago, probably like 7 days ago or so. Basically, I thought I was going to need, oh crap, you guys can't see. I thought I was going to need 2,479 brews. Let me zoom this in a little bit. Okay, there we go. Now, these numbers over here, not that important. This was a previous video, so you guys have probably already seen that if you've been keeping up with this stuff, but 56,000 points. Now, this stuff is the actual important stuff, okay? So the time to save, resources used, brews, money spent, but we got it all blacked out so you guys can stay to the end of the video. Give me that watch time, drop a like on the video, and subscribe if you enjoy this content, or if you want to skip to the end, see all the numbers revealed, and spoil it, then be my guest. But check this out. So the actual numbers are, let me go ahead and highlight this and reveal the information, what has been saved up. Boom, here we go. So let's break this down into understandable because this does not look that organized. I know it's not professional, but hey, it is what it is, and it's better than this notepad over here for sure. But we had 47 new 6-star champions. So 47 champions taken from 5-star to 6-star. Pretty simple stuff. Basically, for each one of those rank ups from 5 to 6-star, we got 300 points. That's 14,000 points, give or take, about 14,100 points. Now, I went through all my champions and leveled up. This is just an estimate, not exact numbers, but what I did was for Scar Torsus, for example, he's level 32. I did 31 levels, Martyr. level 31, did 30 levels. So I added up all those numbers, subtracted 1 level from each of the champions because they started level 1, and I got about 1,157 levels made for 6-star champions. Sorry about that if you guys heard that ding, which added to about 9,256 points because you have 1,157 points times, let's go over here to this number over here real quick. You have 8 points per level when you're at 6-star. So you're not getting a huge amount of points from this right here, for an example. Now down here, I had 162 champions, 5-star level 1 champions that I used brews on. Now over here, I had expected to use about 8 brews to give them to level 28. But during the stream, I realized, you know, I got a lot of brews. Might as well put more brews on them because I want to win this. So there's no really reason to just be 100% efficient. Might as well use more brews. So that's exactly what I did. And I got them to about level 30 for most of them, which came out to be about 28,000 points, which is a huge amount of points. And you guys can obviously see this is an amazing thing to do. Now, the 4-star champions I had 117 of them. I took those through the campaign. I took them to level 19 through the campaign. Got me about 6,318 points overall. And that gave me 23 new 4-star champions to 5-star, giving me 2,300 points. 5-star champions from that with brews was about 30, and then about 4,002 points. The points I got before ever touching campaign, before ever doing anything like that, just from my 5-star and 4-star champions, not counting the 3-star champions. I had a lot of those that I ran through the campaign. I didn't add those in because I don't remember exactly how many I had. I had got 64,000 points, which those 64,000 points were 44% of my total points earned throughout this event. So I had a total of 144,344. Now, like I said, I didn't factor in any of the 3-star champions I had. I believe the rest of my vault and inventory space was of 3-star champions. I would level those up before feeding them as well. So you can see right here, I had a lot of points, literally right in the beginning, 64,000, and essentially the first few hours just from brews. This was just all from saving. I'm going to show you guys how these numbers break down and show you why I'm thinking this event wasn't necessarily as well heavy and resource intensive as some people may be leading it on to believe. Resources used. Let's talk about this number over here now. So the resources I used are as follows. 43 5-star chickens. So this is where it talks about, this is where we're going to get into like the content creator perks, okay? Because people, I see this a lot in the comments. Some people, I'm not going to belabor this point too much because some people are cool. They don't care. Some people are like, oh, you're using content creator perks. That's why you're winning. I used 43 5-star chickens. Now, I should have a lot more 5-star chickens than this, but I used my 5-star chickens a few weeks ago during CVC to push myself up into the personal rewards tier that I wanted to. It was 2 CVCs ago. Now, I'm not trying to be a saint. I'm not trying to say, oh, I used all my 5-star chickens then because I didn't want to cheat during a champion or Krisk event, because I don't think it's cheating. If I would have known this event was coming up, I would have saved those chickens for this event. So I'm not trying to act like a saint by no stretch of the imagination, as if I'm not going to use those rewards in this event. I mean, if you want to get down to technicalities, I spend money in the game. I buy chickens. I don't know which chickens I purchased and which chickens were given to me, but either way, we're not going to get into that. 43 5-star chickens used. It's not a crazy amount whatsoever. It's not hundreds and hundreds of 5-star chickens, but if it was, it is what it is. I've seen whales, not content creators, with hundreds and hundreds of 5-star chickens. And hey, you spend money on the game, you pay, and you're going to win most of these events, right? 4-star chickens, I had 71 used. 3-star chickens, which was all from CVC basically, 55. Now let's look how many points this gave me, okay? So if I use these chickens, which were the content creator perks essentially, let's see how many points this gave me. What percentage of my overall points did this give me? 3.78%. 5,450 points total is what these chickens gave me. 3.78% of my total overall points. Now, obviously, it's going to be hard to really, I guess, put a number to this because I was using chickens from the content creator perks to get my champions a long time ago. Most of those champions are already 6-starred, but maybe I have a few champions who were chickens from that. So, of course, the perks are helping out. By all means, I'm not going to disagree with that whatsoever. But in reality, the amount of stuff that's actually contributed to it is very, very low. And what I've actually saved up, you're going to see down here the time to save. This is where it's really going to hopefully all come together and really be eye-opening, hopefully. Brews, let's look at how many brews I used. This was a lot of brews. Now, I don't get any brews from Content Creator Program. So brews, I used 3,643 brews, and I had expected to use 2,479. So like I said before, I used more brews per champion than what I originally expected. It was more than what was efficient because I valued points over efficiency. So I was being a little inefficient throughout this event. 3,643 brews total what were used, and I used different affinity. One thing you definitely want to do when you're leveling up champions, leveling to 5-star, is make sure you're leveling a variety of 5-star champions while having a entire vault full of Incubus or Diabolist or Houndspawn looks great. It looks so aesthetic, but it doesn't really help you when you're dumping all those Force Affinity brews into those champions to level them at 5-star, and then you have no brews left of anything else because the affinity matching brews give you more points, right? So total brews, 3,643. Now money spent, this is where it's going to get interesting. How much money did Tyrauku the whale spend? Let's see. $190. Yeah, is it a decent amount of money? Definitely. $190 on a game for pixels. That's a decent amount of money for sure. A few years ago, I would have thought, why would I spend that much money on a video game? But $190. It's far less than the $500. It's far less than the thousands of dollars people were kind of throwing around and guessing would be spent. Even in the video I did a while back, talking about the $4,000 if you want to farm campaign nonstop for the entirety of the event. They had some pretty good deals. Now, let's look at this, how it breaks down. So the raid card, I bought the raid card, which was $10, 3 trainer packs, which was $40 a piece, and then 1 of the double value mini mix packs, mostly because I wanted to push plat and I had no more arena refills. So I bought 1 of those, which is $20, which gave me 210 energy refills, 10,000 energy, and it gave me a variety of other resources as well, but we're not really gonna get into that because that's kind of irrelevant for this. Now, I used 39 energy refills, and I used 16,600 energy just flat out. So where did that energy come from? Because obviously I used quite a bit of energy. This pack only gave me 10,000 energy. So 16,600 energy is about what I used. So I had some content creator perks. I had about 3,000 energy from content creator perks. I believe maybe it was just 1,500. I'm not 100% sure. Google Play, I had about 3,600 energy from Google Play rewards that I had got for making purchases inside of Bluestacks, and then from pack purchases, about 10,000 from the energy from the packs. And now I still have 171 energy refills left. So all these energy refills can be used for events down the road. That can be used for whatever I want them to be used for because they're all still here. Now, they're free gift from us. Obviously, that's going to be the free ones from the daily login, but about 171 energy refills still left. So I haven't used very many whatsoever, to be honest. A lot of it was just saved. It's really, hopefully you guys can see the point that I'm trying to drive home, is a lot of these points come from over here. Now, this is the thing I want to share, okay? This is what hopefully is going to be eye-opening. So the time to save. When did I start saving? January 1st, 2021. This was the day, the traumatic day of Sir Nick being lost. Okay, so I lost Sir Nick. I won a Jingle Hunter. Congratulations. 90,000 points is what I put up then. I think I'd said I spent about $300 to $500 back then. I definitely wasn't prepared for that event really whatsoever because we never really had one before that big one actually happened. So on that day, January 1st, 2021, I had 1 5-star champion. Now, let's look at my next video. My next video was a Draco morph video. Okay, so I was saying preparing for the Draco tournament. I was showing what I had saved up, but I ended up not doing it because the Draco was the #1 global reward and not the individual bracket reward. So on May 31st, 2021, I had about 95 5-star level 1 champions. So from May 31st, so essentially from January 1st, 2021 to March 21st of 2021, so a year and 2 months or so later, I had saved up about 162 5-star level 1 champions. 162 5-star level 1 champions over the course of well over a year. That's not really that much, to be honest. Let's look at how much that averages out to be. So 451 days is what's between January 1st and March 21st. We'll zoom this in a little bit in case you guys are having a hard time seeing. So 64 weeks, 5 stars saved per week would be about 2.5. So basically, if you can make about 2.5 5-star champions each week, by the time another event like this comes around, you also could have 162 5-star champions saved, okay? I don't think that's outrageous by any stretch of the imagination. My free-to-play account is averaging 5 5-star champions every 10 days. So that's about what? 1 every 2 days? Yeah, more or less about 1 every 2 days if my math was right just now. So yeah, that's a free-to-play account. That's a free-to-play account that's day, like 80? If you're in-game, if you're later in the game, making 2.5 5-star champions per week is really not something that's out of this ordinary, right? It's not a stretch of the imagination to think you could also do that. Now, that is assuming you take those champions, you level them up, you throw them in the vault. Now, you don't have to do this forever, right? You can do this, throw them in the vault, get to 100, set yourself a goal, get there, and then the time the next event like this comes around, you'll also be able to burst. Now, back to my strategy, bursting in the beginning, I think works absolutely amazing. It's going to work a lot better if you're not sharing everything you're doing, letting everybody know what's going on, and you're actually doing your stuff, staying low key, pushing, staying high above them. If they push 1,000 points, you try to add on a little bit more. Bursting pretty heavy in the beginning, saving stuff for later on, preparing yourself still. You want to make sure that if they do burst high, you can as well. But I do believe that can set you up for a very high likelihood of success. Also, I used 900 gems, okay? I did forget to add that. 900 gems on an Ancient Shard pack. I wanted to buy one in here because I was getting low on food, and I wanted to YOLO for a chance at Trunda. So I did use 900 gems as well, but other than that, I use no gems. I don't really have any gems. I have 2,300 gems overall to use that I could have used now, but to be honest, my gems were very low. I did buy the 900 pack of gems, or 900 pack of shards, but other than that, guys, that's what was spent. That's what my investment was. Obviously, my bracket was very easy, and the brackets are very RNG. I do strongly agree with that. Some people just got very unlucky, and some people got very, very lucky. I've seen brackets far lower than mine, and I've seen brackets far higher than mine. If you got matched with one of the top 10 people global, it's just bad luck, right? It's just unfortunate luck. I've opened 200 void shards and not got absolutely anything from it whatsoever. So I guess that's pretty similar luck, right? But hopefully, if that's the case, you at least realize, hey, I can't push, I can't compete, might as well save my resources, or let's go ahead and prep for a future event. So guys, that's the breakdown of the champion training tournament. What all I spent, my whole breakdown, my opinions. I'd be very interested in hearing your guys' opinions on how this whole event went. Do you think, even after all this stuff, that it's still exclusively for whales? Do you think that high spinners are the only people who can compete, only people who have a chance? Definitely interested. Nobody's right, nobody's wrong per se, but I am interested in hearing everybody's side of the story. So, guys, it was an interesting event, to say the least. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the next one, oddly enough. I think I will start saving up some champs for the next one. I do already have some 6-star champions saved up, so maybe next time we can have 200 plus 5-star level 1 champions. Maybe I should start saving the content creator chickens as well, so then by that time, maybe I can have 500 5-star chickens. No, I'm just kidding. That would be insane. There's no way I could get that many chickens, 5-star actual chickens by then. The content creator perks are not that crazy. But either way, guys, thank you all very much for watching the video. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.